arrest was being made in connection to a homicide and structure fire that happened back on March 30th. 64-year-old Philip Barry Felter has been arrested for one count of second-degree murder, unlawful disposal of human remains, among other charges. This investigation started on March 30th when firefighters and police responded to a structure fire in the 300 block of Williams Lake Road. Firefighters discovered the body of a man now identified as Buster Evans, who was originally suspected to have died from the fire. But through the Louisiana State Fire Marshal's investigation, authorities discovered Evans' death was the result of a homicide. Felter was identified as a suspect and taken into custody on April 11th, where he was booked on separate charges. On April 16th, the Louisiana State Fire Marshal's office rebooked Felter in connection with the structure fire. Yesterday, Felter was rearrested and his bond has been set at $1,230,000. This investigation remains ongoing.